is a story about an experience I had when I was a young boy. It all started when it was a nice morning and I screamed to my mum, "Mum, I found a frog on my bed!" And my mum replied, "That's really good." You see, a little earlier that spring, when I was 6 years old, I saw some little black fish in a pond. Since I didn't have any pets, I went home and asked my mother if I could have one. After we talked about my catching some of the fish I saw and the responsibility of having a pet, she soon agreed. She gave me a bowl, told me to go catch a few, and said that when I was out, she would prepare their new home. Off I went. There were so many that they were easy to catch. I filled the bowl and ran home. When I got home, my mother had an old fishbowl filled with water sitting on the corner of my desk. She asked to see the fish, looked, and with a big smile said, "Tadpoles. Wow, you are in for a surprise." I asked what she meant, and she just said that I would have to wait and see, but to watch my fish carefully. After a few weeks, I noticed some were changing. "Mum!" I yelled with excitement. "Come here! My fish are growing legs!" She came into my room, looked, smiled, and told me to keep watching. A week or so later, when I got up, I was amazed. There were more changes. My fish didn't have tails. Their legs were bigger, and they didn't look like the little black fish I had caught earlier in the spring. "Mom!" I yelled with excitement. "Come here! My fish are really different." She came into my room, looked, smiled, and told me that the surprise was very close. That day, when I returned home from school, is when I yelled out, "I found a frog on my bed!" All of a sudden, my mum came in. "Surprise!" yelled Mum. "You watched a miracle right before your eyes. A fish changed into a frog. Now you had better catch and take him and the other almost frogs back to the pond. I don't need 50 more surprises tomorrow morning," she said. And off I went to return these green creatures back to their homes. Goodbye.